This is everything we bought for a 10-day trek in Nepal.
If you're new here, we're Drew and Isabel, and we're currently backpacking around the world, and we just came from Egypt and Sri Lanka. Now we're in Nepal, which we're incredibly excited for, and we're going trekking, but that also means we are not prepared for trekking. We are prepared for deserts and the tropical weather.
So we've been in Kathmandu. We love this city so
Yes.
much. There's so many gear stores, and we really didn't know what to expect.
It's like a little adventure sports heaven,
Yeah.
kind of. I don't really like shopping, but
This was fun.
I love shopping here.
Yeah, to be honest, we didn't start reading into our Nepal trip until about 7 days before we actually came to Kathmandu.
Yeah.
We've seen that you can do rentals and things like that. So we weren't really worried. We just figured we'd kind of wait till we got here, and here we are with a brand new pile of exciting gear. So we wanted to go through and share with you guys everything that we got for our 10-day trek through Langtang Valley in Nepal.
Yeah, start with the big stuff.
Let's start with the down jackets. So we each needed a down jacket because once we reach the
peaks.
Yeah, the peaks, it's gonna get cold. We rented down jackets.
We both got the same style. They're Mountain Blackstone. It's thicker than I thought we would need, but our guide said to get a thick down jacket, so it's better to be too warm than too cold.
I got this vest because I figured a lot of the time I might just want to have like my base layer on and a vest to keep my core warm. I think that's more important than anything. So perfect little poofy
Very
vest.
nice, very nice. All right, up next we have our fleece quarter zips.
Which we're super excited for because neither of us had a quarter zip. We bought these instead of renting them.
Yeah, and we're gonna be matching.
It's like the perfect thing.
Yeah, they're super soft. I was wearing it last night.
I was really excited to get a fleece. I don't own a fleece, and well, now I do. So the next thing on the agenda is our base layers, which we got as a set. Oh, this one says
Mine's Under Armour too.
Under Armour.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. The first place we went to was a very popular store.
It's called Kalapata.
It's linked here.
Yes. And it was the most reviewed store I found, and it also was mentioned in a few blogs. And I mean, you just go in and it's just giant tubs full of
It's like a warehouse. So you go up these dark steps into kind of like a second floor warehouse, and there's backpacks in one room and like climbing gear, and then there's jackets and pants, just bins full of like North Face and Kathmandu brand and many Arc'teryx, like all of them. There's this guy who runs the place, and he just sits on the steps. He sits with his knee up like this, and all day long he's just like selling gear, like dealing in cash on the steps, and he's got like all these carabiners around him, and he's just a badass.
Yeah, he looks like the little like gear godfather.
It's just a crazy place. It puts REI to shame. So we each got a pair of trekking poles. I don't know how good they are.
They seem sturdy.
I'm kind of excited. We can do a bunch of trekking in Germany this summer, maybe. Switzerland, I don't know.
I was not gonna get trekking poles, but then our guide said he uses trekking poles and he highly recommends them. It's really just good for your knees on the way down, he said. Up next, we have a new Nalgene. This was $400. We got it from the same store that we've been showing you things from. We just needed a second water bottle. We have a big water bottle that we travel with. We like it for the most part. It's pretty clunky, but
this thing was $5 in Thailand. So
yeah,
it was, and it's like thermal,
it's like a hydro flask.
Yeah, which this is amazing, but we needed a second one for the trip.
And Nalgenes are super lightweight, pretty darn durable.
I feel like hikers, they know Nalgene.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with an Nalgene. All right, we also, from that same store, picked up 2 carabiners. It's just always good to have carabiners. We don't really have a specific need for them.
But our cameras.
Well, yeah, we did attach little straps to our cameras, so we could, in theory, strap our camera to the carabiner, to the backpack. So that'll be nice. It's always good to have carabiners.
So I did a little bit of shopping at it was a random trekking store. This one wasn't like a rental store. It was just a random store that had my size. So
and they had prices listed.
They had prices listed, which
is nice.
Which we really like. So I guess starting with these, they are fleece lined pants, which are going to be really important for us as we go higher in elevation. I'm going to be looking like a Christmas tree with my green jacket and my red pants. Then I also got these shorts. I don't know if they're waterproof, but they kind of got that Lululemon stretch to them.
Yeah, they're just nice shorts.
Authentically authentic North Face and authentically authentic Patagonia headband, which, boom.
A fashion show.
I'm going to be wearing this one the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be your outfit a lot of the time. I also got this hat from that same store. It is Arc'teryx. It's a knit hat. My head gets cold.
Authentically authentic.
Authentically authentic. We're moving to a new store. This was another rental store that had super good reviews, so we went and checked it out. The owner was fantastic and super nice. So, up first is my new trekking pants.
These are so cool.
They're very cool. They're Mammoth brand. They're colorful. I decided if we're going to the Himalayas, we might as well be colorful. And I actually ended up buying these because it was $2,000 to buy them or it was $1,200 to rent them, and I like them a lot, so I bought them. From that same store, we both rented a pair of gloves. We just kind of got thinner fleece / fur lined gloves, so nothing crazy.
And then just in case, we got a couple of headlamps from the same store.
It was $600 each with fresh batteries.
So cool, you can rent headlamps, gloves. I mean, this is all stuff we would probably buy at home and then never use again.
We each got 2 pairs of trekking socks. They are just big, thick socks. We tried finding like merino wool, but we couldn't really.
He even threw in a couple of, I'm gonna call it a buff, but it's not actually a buff. That's just the...
I think it's a buff.
Buff is a brand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what they're called. Balaclava, maybe? I don't know. Little scarves. So, free.
The other thing I got from that store, which I really went back and forth on, is some rental boots. These were $2,000 to rent for our 10-day trek. My other shoes are super lightweight Tropic Feel shoes. They're super comfy, super lightweight, but they are incredibly thin.
Like, his feet would get really cold.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue. It's like, it's not super hard trekking that we're gonna be doing, but we will be going to some higher peaks, like over 4,000 meters, and I just don't really want cold feet. My thought process was I'd rather wear the Tropic Feels and be cold than wear new boots and have blisters. But this way now, I'll have warm feet and hopefully no blisters.
I think you'll be okay.
I do too.
I feel like your feet are very strong.
Yeah, I have strong feet.
And then I think this is the last item of clothing that we got. Just a couple of t-shirts. They were on sale for
$700 each.
Oh, this one's Kathmandu. Yay! I really wanted something
some Kathmandu.
I wanted something that said Kathmandu.
Mine's also Mammoth to match my pants, so I will be green and blue. I'm gonna be colorful.
I'm excited.
I'm normally not very colorful with my clothes, so.
Speaking of colorful.
One thing to know about Nepal is that they are known for their natural fabrics.
Baby yak, cashmere, wools. There's probably another one in there, but we decided to get hats.
So we each got cashmere hats. It was a bit of our splurge for ourselves, but it was at a wholesale store and they were on sale for $1,000 each.
I will be wearing this the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
And this was after I bought my other knit hat, so I didn't really need it, but this is super soft. My other knit hat was $550 and this was only $1,000. So if you are here, I'd go for the cashmere hat.
There's a whole street with cashmere stores. Well, they're all over town, but there's a street with slightly nicer. And when I say nicer, I mean like there's windows on the doors. A lot of the shops you just kind of like walk into, but there are some like, you know, kind of boutique type cashmere stores, and they've got so many patterns, so many colors. It's really just such a fun experience. And sometimes they'll have like sale bins with scarves and gloves. Thinking I really like these. I might need to trek with them. They're not really for trekking, but I want them. And these were the last of the cashmere neck scarves that they had. So I don't even necessarily love this striped pattern, especially because I already have so many other colors going on, but it's reversible.
I got light blue and dark blue.
We're gonna be nice and warm. That's what's important. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. We're staying at the Holiday Inn while we kind of work and get prepared for this trek, and they have this cute little store with local things, a little notebook. I got it for Drew for his birthday.
I keep a journal, but I use my laptop. But since we need to conserve as much battery as possible, I'm not going to be journaling on my laptop, so I'll be writing. And then we got a map. The thing about hiking with a guide is at the end of the day, do we really need a map? Probably not, but I absolutely wanted a map because we can still track a route on it. It'll be cool. There's a bunch of other trails you can see on it. Like it's this giant,
it's a really
awesome
nice,
map.
it's a really nice enlarged map, and it's only of the Langtang Trail. You could never get lost with this map. But like it's not only one side, but two sides. So now we're getting into necessities. We're talking like first aid type stuff, medicine and things like that. We already had a first aid kit. We have always traveled with one, so we didn't have to buy that. However, we got Aqua Tabs. These are really important when you're trekking. You can buy them anywhere in Kathmandu.
These are water purification tablets. Water while you're trekking from plastic water bottles is one, bad for the environment, but two, it's very expensive because it has to be carried up there by someone. So these Aqua Tabs use 1 tab for 1 liter of water, so it purifies the water so then you can drink, I want to say any water, but obviously you're not going to drink some dirty water.
Toilet paper for the trek. We don't need to explain this one.
Yeah, they don't have toilet paper up in the tea houses.
They don't?
No.
Oh, so this is literally our
Yeah,
toilet.
no, it's important. Yeah. It's for like...
We didn't get enough toilet paper.
We got 3 rolls.
So we'll follow up on this. Is 3 rolls of toilet paper enough for a 10-day trek? Stay tuned.
Up next, we have a 10 strip of electrolyte packs just to keep us hydrated and keep us healthy. Our guide said the most important thing while we're out there is to drink a bunch of water
because it will keep you from getting altitude sickness. It's actually like the number 1 thing that will keep us from getting altitude sickness, and they were 10 rupees a piece.
Yeah, so super inexpensive.
Sunscreen.
Self-explanable.
You need it for these treks, and this was
960 rupees, so it's not cheap to buy sunscreen here. It's not really cheap to buy sunscreen anywhere in Asia.
This is a huge sunscreen thing, so it should do us good. It might even last us through the summer. So
up next we have Diamox, which is altitude sickness medication. When you're out in the Himalayas, obviously you're going to be at higher altitudes than your body are used to, and it is the most deadly and dangerous thing out there. So these are super important to have. That way, if there is any altitude sickness, you can start taking these, and it helps you delay that so you can get down to a safe altitude.
Rashid was telling us that he actually did a hike with a man just a couple of weeks ago who ended up getting altitude sickness, and he was helicoptered off the mountain, and he said it was probably due to lack of water. Not to scare anyone away from doing it, because it's very doable to do these treks. You go slowly and you go at your own pace, and you really listen to your body as you're doing it.
That kind of plays into one other thing we bought, which is travel insurance. We bought Safety Wing travel insurance, and we added on the adventure sports package. I don't know if we technically needed the adventure sports, just because I don't know if we're going above the necessary altitude.
For us, this is adventure sports.
Yeah, but this way, if something does happen, we need to get helicoptered down, we're covered.
And it was just $66 a person for 4 weeks, which
will then also cover the rest of our
if I need to
get where we're doing stuff.
Yeah, we're going rafting, we're going to Chitwan National Park, we're going to be doing adventure stuff. If I need to be helicoptered off of a mountain, I don't want to have to pay for it.
One of us will hate the helicopter ride, the other one's gonna be like, hey, I'm in a helicopter.
Baby wipes for the mountain, which were like 65 rupees, super cheap, and I got vapor rub, I don't know, I just felt like maybe it would be good to have. I bought pads because I didn't want to bring too much underwear, and so I figured this would be a good way to kind of conserve my underwear.
One of the more random items we bought, this was picked out by Isabel, is peanut butter.
Okay, you guys, actually though, we were in the pharmacy store and I saw these giant jars of peanut butter and then a smaller jar. And let me just read this to you because you would want to buy it too. Made from roasted local peanuts, Himalayan pink salt, and raw honey. 450 rupees for probably what's gonna taste like the best peanut butter I've ever had.
When Isabel told me she wanted to buy this jar of peanut butter, I was like, oh, and then she read the package and I was like, yeah.
I could finger dip my peanut butter throughout the day, yeah.
Our most expensive item, a solar powered charger. This is not really a necessity for most people, but due to having cameras and basically just because we have the cameras, we need to stay charged at all times. Most of the tea houses have electricity from what we understand, but sometimes it costs money to charge. So it's just gonna be easiest if we can charge while we're trekking. We've got these 5 solar panels and hopefully it keeps things charged.
That brings our total for all of the things that we bought while we're in Nepal to 34,274 rupees or 252 US dollars. Insane.
Pretty good. Pretty darn
if
good.
I would have bought this haul would have been if we were shopping in a store like REI, if you want like good trekking gear, would have been like 1,000.
Way more expensive.
It absolutely was worth buying everything here. Everyone we've met is super nice. They genuinely don't want to gyp you or take your money, and there's no like haggling. There was a price on things, or it was at least a decent price. So we're feeling really good about everything that we bought, and it was definitely worth waiting to buy things until we got here.
And now it is 4:45, which means in about 12 hours we are waking up to catch our bus and start our journey to Langtang.
We've arrived!
So we are super excited to take you guys with us. We will be spending 10 days trekking through the Langtang Valley. Our guide Prashid He seems amazing, so I'm super excited to learn from him. He seems like a great fit for us, and I'm pumped.
It's like speed dating.
Yeah,
Like,
we're meeting other guys, and it worked really well with him. So now should we get packed?
yeah, I think so. Time to pack.
All right, bye.